Concórla. When I was in this chamber last Thursday, I saw on my phone that there was a violent incident occurring in Dublin city centre. Within a half an hour it was clear that a stabbing had occurred and that young children had been injured. At that stage I thought to myself, if this turns out to be a person from abroad who has carried out this attack, the far right will go on the rampage. Now, Minister, if I could see that, how did Senior Garda management not foresee it? The reality is that a relatively small number of Gardaí were put in danger last Thursday by being ill-equipped and understaffed in a dangerous and volatile situation. A very sinister atmosphere came over Dublin City, where shop assistants, bus drivers, Lewis drivers, hospitality workers were all put at serious risk of injury, particularly those workers with a different ethnic background. The irony is that some of those who showed up in their droves to riot and loot probably used the same public transport vehicles that they later burned to a cinder. People do not feel safe in Dublin City and have not felt safe for some time. Racist abuse is something that many workers in our health services, our transport services, across all employment sectors have been dealing with for years. This atmosphere has been generated by an organised group with a specific fascist agenda, and it has most recently focused on male asylum seekers and immigrants as being dangerous and to be feared. This, unfortunately, has gained traction in many places. Let us not forget that it is a very short distance from fear to hatred, and then on to people being attacked. Those that fan the flames of racial fear are also fanning the flames of racial hatred. The Gardaí have also been the target of these fascists, being described online as being paedophiles and groomers, and abused regularly at these racist and anger gatherings that they hold. I want to commend the ordinary Gardaí who were to try to maintain the integrity of a serious crime scene when faced with serious and sustained abuse and vicious physical assaults. I also want to extend my solidarity to the emergency services and transport workers who came under attack last week when they tried to bring ordinary people home from work or to medical appointments, or in some circumstances just to try to get them to safety. Clearly, the strategy of Senior Gardaí have employed to deal with the far-right activity has been a failure. Last Thursday, there was clear evidence of that failure. It is also evidence of the catastrophic outcome of under-resourcing and depletion of Garda numbers to carry out basic policing services. We all agree that the people that are responsible for the riot are those who carried it out, and of course they have to be held accountable and jailed. But the circumstances under which this emboldened hatred and violent extremism has been allowed to develop is the responsibility of those in authority, and that is this government, the Minister and the Garda Commissioner.